Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. Today I am going to be talking about emotional intelligence. Stay tuned. Emotional intelligence is an interesting topic. It's been coined as EQ, sort of the emotional counterpart to the intelligence quotient, or IQ. And EQ was first coined and termed by Daniel Goleman. And it's a really fascinating concept, especially for a psychologist like myself, who is just very interested in the inner world of people. Basically, EQ is broken down into a few different components. So Daniel Goleman originally designed EQ to be broken down into basically 5 different categories. We have self-awareness, self-regulation, which is our ability to basically navigate our world of emotions and emotional reactions. Self-awareness is our ability to kind of know and understand ourselves and our place in the world. Intrinsic motivation is the next category, and what that refers to is our ability to find motivation to do tasks and live life from within rather than from external reward or incentives. So for instance, doing something because you find benefit in it for yourself, not doing something because you get rewarded for it, or you get money for it, or you get validation for it. Empathy is another component of EQ, which obviously in the healthcare and counseling realm is a very important and core topic. And the last segment is social skills. So our ability to communicate and interact with others, both on a close personal relationship level, so family, friends, romantic partners, but also on a more general level. So how do we interact with people that we encounter at the grocery store, in public, and people that we work with? These are all big topics, and I'm not going to be covering each of them today in depth. These are all topics that there's a lot of information out there for you to explore, and that's essentially what I wanted to cover today, is in this vast, large world of emotional intelligence, just helping you to get started. I guess if I personally had to boil it down, if someone asked me, what's one thing I can start working on to build my emotional intelligence, I would say it's building awareness of your world of feelings. So getting to know your emotional reactions, when they come, how intense they are, and what they're telling you. To me, the world of feelings is our gateway to a bounty of information about ourselves and about our world. If we can learn how to navigate our own emotions, that helps us in being able to identify emotions in others. It helps us with the empathy. It helps with social skills. Then we're not going to be cracking jokes when somebody's in distress, because we have that awareness that that wouldn't be an appropriate thing to do at that moment. The emotional awareness also helps us to build that self-awareness. Our emotions are some key information that if we're upset about something, if we're angry about something, if we're happy about something, that gives us awareness into our preferences, our desires, and can therefore influence our goals and what we are doing in our lives moving forward. And it also is obviously part of self-regulation. If we're more aware of our triggers, what we're feeling at certain times, we can be proactive and preventative at reducing the intensity of our emotional reactions. And when intense reactions come, we can feel better equipped to be able to navigate those. So the one key gateway to EQ, again, would be learning how to navigate that world of feelings. I would recommend, if this world is new to you, that you look up a feelings wheel or list or some sort of resource where there's a generous list of emotion words, and each day take time to review that list and check in with yourself on which of those feelings that came up in that list do you resonate with for that day. The focus would be on how you are feeling, not why you are feeling a certain way. That awareness can come as a second step, but it isn't an essential second step. Really, for emotional awareness, we want to focus on how we're feeling and what we're feeling, not why. Sometimes emotions come from memories, exposure to things that are beyond our awareness. So trying to point to where that emotion is coming from becomes pretty fruitless and can be frustrating and can lead to the invalidation of the feeling. So what's more important is to focus on how you're feeling, because that way you're accessing that helpful information of your emotions, which opens up again that gateway to self-awareness, self-regulation, intrinsic motivation, empathy, and social skills. How come EQ is important? I would say it's almost more important than IQ. I know I'm biased with the field that I'm in and the work that I do, but I've seen so many people who are very cognitively intelligent people. However, they really struggle with their emotional intelligence, and that has led them to a lot of challenges in their lives. They've struggled at work, they've struggled in relationships, some have even struggled to basically do daily life functioning because they feel so limited and incapacitated by their lack of skills in their emotional world. Some of them are basically paralyzed in there's so much analysis going on and intellectual awareness of things that it prevents them from engaging in life and taking action because they're just they're analyzed paralyzed, or in that analysis paralysis where there's so much intellectual focus but not a lot of emotional focus. So EQ helps us in improving our overall quality of life. It can help with work and job performance. It can help at school. It can help in friendships, relationships. It can lead people to have the community around them that they feel they need to be the best version of themselves that they're looking for. I also would say it's an essential component of recovery for addiction and mental health issues. And emotional intelligence is something that a lot of people who struggle with addiction and mental health issues are struggling with. Sometimes this is because of environment and how people were raised. So if they were raised in an environment with trauma, abuse, or neglect, or just lack of training, then people start to turn to unhealthy coping tools like substances or unhealthy behaviors to deal with their emotions and their relational issues and the problems that they're having, which then obviously opens up some significant problems of its own. For others, they may have had some tools and training in their childhood and in their background in EQ, but the mental health or the addiction issues that they develop in life really provide a roadblock to being able to nurture and nourish and really expand those skills. So for some people, they feel like their emotional development got stunted at whatever age their addiction or mental health issues started to arise. And for a lot of people, that's in their teen years. So here we have people in their 40s, 50s, 60s, even beyond, who are saying that they feel like they have the emotional intelligence and maturity of a 13-year-old or a 15-year-old, which is obviously a problematic way to live. So EQ is an essential kind of toolkit of strategies and knowledge and information that can help anybody who has addiction or mental health issues, and just anybody who's looking to improve their overall quality of life, because I can't emphasize enough how it really is the gateway to improved quality in all elements of your daily living. So I would encourage you to take that next step and start delving into building awareness of your emotional world so that that can be the gateway to exploration of other components of emotional intelligence. I have also created a free ebook for those of you who are interested in doing a little bit more reading and doing some self-reflection and exploration into the topic of emotional intelligence. And I have included the ebook link, and that's a free ebook that's available for download at any time from my website. I've included that link in the comments below. I wish you all the best in your journey of EQ and mental health and recovery exploration. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.